Hello everybody, this is your best friend Brandon Bishop, and welcome to one of those filler episodes, those filler thriller episodes of the ASY TV life here on whatever the hell you're watching this on, most likely YouTube. Anyway, I'm forced to do one of these filler deals because I'm supposed to be in Chicago. Actually, I'm supposed to be on my way to Chicago. Yeah, right now. It got canceled. It's happened a couple times in the last 7 years. By the way, we just celebrated our 7-year anniversary of ASY TV. It's happened before, you know, shoots getting canceled, and it's whatever. It's that whole SHIT happens type of thing. So, here we are, sweating it out in a very hot Penguin for no apparent reason under a very bright light. Let me turn that down. I got accent lights over here, you know, trying to make the best out of this, and we're in bed. Here's my Barrington here. Okay, I'll make sure he's facing the right way. Actually, softest pillows in the world. You can get them at Target. I think we have like 18 of them. It started as a joke between me and my son, and here it is. We have 18 of those things in the house. That one usually gets between my knees, and it's very comfortable, so I'm highly recommending. We call them Barrington, and yes, they all have all different names. Started off with Barry Barrington, Gary Barrington, everything from Airy to Zeri, literally. There's a whole bunch of Barringtons. Anyway, so since I'm dressed like a penguin, very hot penguin, and I have a bear in the room, let's talk about the top 10 animal encounters that we've had here. Not here, but on ASY TV.
This is Brandon, and I have a pretty weird life. I mean, I'm a dad, I have a demanding cat, and I own ASY TV, a streaming television network that puts me on a never-ending road filming awesome people in awesome places all over the nation. So I'm inviting you to come along for the ride and see what it takes to run ASY TV. And I'm doing the van life thing while having fun, amazing, tasty, and weird adventures. Are you ready? It's the ASY TV life.
About some animals. I am already sweating, and we haven't even gotten down to like the list yet. So let's get to it. Number 10. Number 10. I'm sure I'll put something here to keep you on track. Number 10 was the big cat rescue for the Best Day Ever show with Gigi. We went out to, it's not close from, I mean, it's not far from here where I live in Colorado Springs. It was a place they just had giant tigers and lions, and they had bears and wolves and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of exotic animals. Okay, oh, there we go. Yes, I dyed my hair recently, and I'm not happy with it, so I got that to deal with too, and it's gonna stick straight up because I just showered. This is gonna be a great video. I look like Wayne Static or Kid and Play. What's going on here? Okay, come on. Okay, anyways, the big cat rescue was awesome. We almost got peed on by Willie the Tiger. Got to see a bear take a bath. Actually filmed there twice, and it's just a great place. I had a good, Gigi's always a great host. It was one of the first places we ever did together for Best Day Ever. So you're talking 7 years ago at this point, and it was just a lot of fun. Number 9, the BB Oxmauser show with my son, Brandon Bishop Jr. We went to, I think it was in Ann Arbor, Michigan, at the Creature Conservatory, and this place was awesome. I brought my mom and her husband Ron, and I brought them because they had sloths. It's the first time I've ever seen a sloth in person that I'm aware of. And we got to pet them and touch them and feed them grapes and hang out. They had a ton of different other animals. And my son seemed like he really had a good time. My mom had a freaking blast, even though she didn't have a voice. It was kind of sad. But the Creature Conservatory in Ann Arbor, Michigan, please check that place out. Support it if you're in the area. I think you'll really like it. Bring the family and all that stuff. The Creature Conservatory. And number 8, The Drink with Hillary Harris. It's a show about bars and breweries, distilleries, wineries. Why is this on an animal list? Because we went to the Rock Canyon Vineyards, which is in Alpine, California. And it's like they make their own wine, of course, and the wine is delicious, but they also have rescue horses and donkeys and pigs and chickens and the place was awesome. And I mean, you're sipping wine, you're hanging out with a bunch of cool animals. What else could you possibly ask for? Rock Canyon Winery and Vineyards, I think that's what it's called. It's out there in Alpine, California. Check it out. It's number 8. Number 7, Evilise took me to a place that she takes her dog. It's called Pups Pub. Did I get this wrong? Pups Pub in Tampa Bay, Florida. This place is awesome. You really get the feel of a bar, but it legitimately is a bar for dogs, okay? There's dogs just fighting and pissing and pooping and barking and running all over the place. They have little puppuccinos and things, and little puppy drinks that they can have and everything. They got water bowls and food. It's really one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life, and Evilise took me there for her show, and that was a lot of fun. Number 6, for the Good Brothers show with Doc Gallows, we hopped on a little electric pontoon boat, and we went over the water in Georgia somewhere, and I think Jackson, on the outskirts of Jackson, Georgia. My voice is already going dry. I'm sweating my ass off. Literally, it's bad. It's gonna be a stinky penguin when I get it off. Anyways, we went, took a boat ride to Goat Island. Now, this is an island. It's not very big. Maybe quarter miles, whatever. Circumference, whatever it is, but it's not a very big island, but it's only inhabited by goats, one family of goats, and they keep inbreeding and inbreeding. And they had this really old goat who's like the leader, and you could tell he was the leader. He acted like the leader. The other ones treated him like a leader, and he had these big, nasty, saggy balls. They were crazy. But we got to hop off and just step on the island, throw him some bread and stuff. That was a lot of fun. Number 5, I was filming with Stephen Piercy, waiting to go film with him, and I pulled over in a place in Vegas. I couldn't tell you where it's at. I shouldn't tell you because you know where he lives, but some of you are creepers out there. Anyways, I got molested by ducks, and I don't mean molested in a sexual way. That word has been perverted, but it's I just got attacked by ducks, and there's big signs that I did not see that say don't feed the ducks, and these ducks were just literally hundreds of them, just this bugging me. They're hopping in the van. It was crazy. That's something you've seen on a previous episode of this, the ASY TV life. But yeah, getting attacked by ducks in Vegas, that would be number 5. That was nuts. Number 4, I'm gonna give you some advice. Cows are pretty. We all like cows. We like looking at them, hearing them moo. We like to eat them. Oh, they like to wear their skin, cool leather jackets and all that. I got an itchy nose. But don't feed them. I had a bunch of bread that was gonna go bad. I don't even know what kind of bread. I think it was nice little brioche, and it was starting to get oh, okay, that's getting green. So I was making burgers out in the middle of nowhere. This is also on the ASY TV life, and it's happened in Florida, somewhere near Orlando, I think. So I pull over and I just see a cow. He's just looking at me. This cow's just looking at me. So I look back at him. Hey, what's up, cow? And I'm making a freaking cheeseburger on the side of the road. He's looking at me like, you dick, you. Ugh. Like if you were looking at a cow eating a human and frying it up right there on the side of the road on the outside of his van, you'd be like, really? In front of me? You're gonna... I could smell that, But anyway, I think it made the cows hungry, because I didn't even see but 2 cows. The next thing I know, I feed this cow a couple pieces of bread, and there's 100 freaking cows. It was a literal stampede. They're fighting with each other just to get to my bread. I went through 2 loaves of bread. One wasn't even bad. It was just okay, guys, and they're charging and this and make a. It was nuts. It was one of the craziest things that I've ever accidentally did. Don't feed people's cows. I'm sure they get fed, but these guys were hungry, so maybe they don't eat cows. Number 3, rescue dogs. We did a very short-lived 1 episode of a TV show. This is, 6 years ago probably. It was called Victory Dogs, and it was all about these people who got dogs and they trained them to be service dogs, and they matched them up with people that needed them, mostly veterans and things like that. It's such a good concept for the show, and the first episode was great. The people I was doing this show with were very flaky. I didn't like the way I looked. That's Not on me. That's on you. You should have done something better with your life. I don't know. I look at my mirror all the time and I go, ugh, but I don't complain about it because this is how I make a freaking living. Anyways, it was a fun show. We went to see all these puppies that were being bred to be dogs. We matched them up, and the whole thing was really sweet. I hope I have a clip from it still. It's been years since I've even seen that one episode that we did. And we filmed more, and we never got to the second episode because flakes, frosted flakes. Number 2, we also did another show. We did 4 episodes of a show called Shoe Adventures in Pest Control, and it could have been a lot of different things. We captured skunks, we captured raccoons, we captured a snake, these are all honorable mentions, okay? But you know what? I'm just gonna say that whole show, those 4 episodes that we did. But the main thing that it was we went into this attic, and we went up there twice. The first time we went up there was all these baby owls. Cute little baby owls just doing all their stuff. And man, I know it's not an owl, but maybe I'll get an owl next time. These little cute baby owls. And there's dead mice everywhere. These people are like, I think there's something in the attic. Yes, you had a family of massive owls up there. Actually, they weren't massive at first. Mommy and Daddy weren't there. We didn't see them. But we saw all the babies, and there was one that was dead, and it was kind of sad, but it was cute, and it was all those things. The next time we went back up to attempt to remove them, which we never got to, those things grew up like in a month. Those things were like huge. You're like, when you look at that, like, oh my God, like this is crazy. So yeah, the owls for shoe pest control, and basically everything that we did on that episode. And number 1, of course, this is number 1. Homawassa, Florida, for Evelisa's show again. It was when she was supposed to be in the water. It was still winter time, I guess, and it's even if it is in Tampa, north of Tampa, Florida, still a little chilly in the water. It wasn't. I was in the wetsuit, and it was wonderful. It was like perfect weather, perfect temperature. I was very comfortable and had a blast. It was my first time doing like snorkeling, like with the little noodle tube and everything. But I got to swim with manatees, and she stayed on the boat, which I was pretty honestly kind of bummed about because this is her show. It's not about me, but I just went in the water and she did a little thing like, yeah, my producer's going to do it for me. And I did. And it was, beautiful. First of all, you're just like green. Everything's green. Oh, look, there's a stingray. Cool. Oh, there's a fish. Don't see no manatees. And then out of nowhere, out of the green fog that is the underwater, this dinosaur just comes right at you, and you're just like, wow. Yes, I love you. And then another one, and then another one, and then another one. I got to like just rub the back of one of them, and you really can't even describe the texture of a manatee. It's really unique and weird and slimy and gross, but it's just, I got to pet one, and I didn't get to snuggle it like, they have on the brochure videos and everything, but the people up there were great to us, and it was such a good time. I got to hang out with manatees, and then I went back to St. Petersburg recently with David Metcalf from Glass Bottom Boats with Evelise again, and that's where she lives. And I'm just walking around in the morning, having a coffee, and this is on a recent episode of ASY TV Life as well. I'm just looking in the water, and there's these giant manatees. There's 3 of them, like 2 adults and a baby just swimming around. I'm going crazy. I love manatees. I freaking love manatees. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time for another exciting top 10 list because my shoot in Chicago canceled. Yeah, penguin love. See ya. Ah, shit, this is hot. Oh.